Bam! Going live tonight. Welcome to the show tonight, Pro Se Legal School. Uh, we burn those who get in the way. All right. Let me, stay focused. Welcome, Tammy. Tammy's here. I'm glad Tammy's here. Cause tonight we're on the Tammy show, and Tammy has. Let me think now. Attorney General had to go sit down or is standing aside or something, and this new person, Miss Aniciah, she's got a couple. I looked her up. I'm still kind of looking her up, so we're gonna finish that part of this tomorrow to see what she's got. She's operating under a different name with the government. Yep. I wonder why it is that the government players have to have a bunch of different names. I don't know. It's okay, but that's what we have. So tonight we're going to take a look at Tammy's situation, and we're going to learn a little bit about Miss Jones. She filed a notice of removal, and she did that without studying Tammy's documents. So you'll see why when we get to that part of it. So Miss Jones stepped in to save Miss Judge, the federal magistrate judge, Annie T. Christoff. Well, actually, I'm thinking she's trying to get everything together so she could help them all, because so the main problem that they have, and I just want to get this on the table before we get rolling, the main problem that they have is they're trying to move the state case that Tammy filed over to federal court. And so, Tammy, for number one, and we're just going to go the backwards thing, and then we'll do all the stuff so we can get the most important thing right here on the table. Okay, so number one, they have 30 days to move a defendant can move a case as long as it's done within 30 days of the defendant being served. Now, I'm going to go with the case being filed because they manipulate the service and do whatever. So that's what I'm going to go with. But anyway, it's about the same thing. So, when we get to looking at the documents, the case was filed, I think, 11/23 or something. I think that was, I'm pretty sure that was more than 30 days ago, Tammy. So, no. They're not allowed to move the case after 30 days. But Tammy, we don't want to stop there because, we want to make sure that they understand why you're going to be moving to strike the new prosecutor's notice of appearance and all, U.S. attorney notice of appearance and everything from the court record. In addition to the FARA, whatever, and all that stuff that we got in the new demand to strike, we're going to be adding a couple of more things after today's education. Now, we're going to be moving to have the document that the U.S. attorney filed, the notice of removal and her notice of appearance stricken from the record. And we're going to tell you why. So they haven't done their research. And a lot of people haven't done their research. Tammy's done her research. We wouldn't be on the same pages But a lot of people don't do their research, and when they get the new person, the new attorney general or this new special U.S. assistant U.S. attorney, I guess they couldn't send the real one; they had to send the assistant ones. That's all right. They'll have a chance to send the real one if they want to. Okay, so they send the U.S. this special person or whatever. And I don't know. I just so over here we don't go by no fake shit. Okay, we don't go by no fake shit. I don't believe in fake shit like corporations or anything other than nothing. Okay, a corporation can't do a damn thing without arms and legs. So right. So now we're back to who signed. Yep. Corporations can't do a damn thing. So we're back to who signed. Now, when these big wigs step up and they come in and they start trying to act all, people get nervous, and it's easy for me. Why? Okay, so whatever you did to the judge to make the judge go sit down, and the attorney to make the attorney go sit down and make them call this person, why wouldn't you do that to that person too? Bam! I'm just saying, why would you not keep it simple? Okay, so where I grew up at, anybody that came to help someone kick my butt, okay, they don't get a pass. I'm not going to give them a pass just because they were hired by. No. That's not the way that goes. If they come in to help, they share the liability. That's the way we roll. But before we get around to that, I mean, we already know that there are liars and there are whatever. But, we're going to show why they share the liability. We just like to crush them down before we so there's no more questions from them. So before we worry about this big shot, whatever, coming in and sticking her nose in your business, Tammy, before I get scared, I want to look and see what she's bringing to the table. What's she bringing to the table to support her fraud? Well, it's fraud when they're operating from the local rules and all of this other stuff over here. It's fraud. So I just like to look and see what she's bringing to the table to support her fraud. So the U.S. Assistant Attorney, Miss Anica Jones, Miss Jones, we just call her Miss Jones, is trying to help the other players that Tammy filed. There was a judge, and then there was another attorney and a judge on the state level that gave her, money away that she won and forced them to give her with an attorney in her way. So, that's pretty badass to me. And that makes the difference between all of the other people that I've talked to that have asked me to do this for them. So don't waste your time, because that's how this works. But Tammy, so here's the problem that they have. And I just want to tell you, why did Tammy has a case filed in state court and she has a case filed in federal court. So why do we do that? They're trying to get it moved out of. So the reason we did that, well, the first thing that we want to talk about before we get to that, and most people probably don't realize this, that any documents that you get from me that are structured to be filed in state court also have federal court case law in them. I don't use state court case law. State court is a bunch of shit. I'm just saying it. The statutes and codes are not valid law. That's the number one rule. The number one rule is statutes and codes are not valid laws. So there are policies, whatever. So I don't have to worry about them. And so the U.S. attorney has come in with her situation, her law that she's going to try and use to move the case, and we'll show you guys that a little bit later. But the statutes and codes are for defendants, and they only have 30 days after the action is filed to move the case. They wasted their time having Judge Annie stall and answer for them and try and contract in their administrative court with Tammy, and Tammy wasn't having it. And so now Tammy's suing Judge Annie T. Christoff, the magistrate judge, because the magistrate judge took jurisdiction without having the consent form signed by all parties. So, there's some other stuff. She's not a registered foreign agent. She don't have a license. There's some other stuff, but you know what? How sweet is it to come in the door with just their little simple bullshit rule that they're supposed to have done, and it didn't get done. So, if the rules say the judge is supposed to have you, why is that? Because the magistrate judge is a lesser judge, and the magistrate judge is supposed to. I did a video before, and I said I think the magistrate judge is supposed to be taking out the trash. I remember. It's a lesser judge. So you have to sign to have a lesser judge in your case and agree to that shit. But no, they don't tell you that. They just move past that. And they go ahead and do what they want to do because most people. So now Tammy's suing the magistrate judge for $100 million. She is. Look it up. Just Google her name. Oh, wait. I'm going to show you here in a minute. And she's suing them also violating the Administrative Procedures Act of 1946 and a few other things. So the case was filed on November 13th, 2023. I think their 30 days is out. And so they wasted the time with Judge Annie T. Christoff. Now, the reason that we file the stuff in like, say, for instance, the federal players, we filed against them in state court. And the state players, we filed against them in federal court. Now, I'll tell you why we do that. I mean, I don't know. I'm not that smart to play football, box, and I'm certainly not an attorney. But here's how I see it. If I'm going to sue the federal people for violating my due process, I don't think I'm going to get a fair shake in federal court. Okay, I don't think I'm getting a fair shake in either one of the courts, but you know what? This is a little rougher for them. And these things that we're doing because people like Tammy have the courage to step up and smack these people in the face. So they're trying to get it moved out of state court over to federal court. You know why? Because, okay, I'm gonna. We got a commercial. We got a commercial. Okay, yeah, y'all know the book, right? Oh, yeah, my wife wrote that, whatever. Okay, so why is it they can't answer? See, you can file higher court case law in lower courts. Supreme Court case law, either way, federal courts, But here's the thing. They can't answer. The state players, they cannot answer to your federal case law that you just filed in their state court crap. Bam! I bet you didn't know you automatically should get a pass when you come with the shit and kick in there. Well, you know. What rhymes with pass? Okay, yeah, And that's one of the reasons why they're trying to move it. They can't respond to anything Tammy filed in state court. And that's the reason why. Oh, wait, and so are the state court players going to look out for each other? Oh, wait, the federal judge is getting sued for trying to look out for all of it. It's a mess. But you know what? All we need is just like Judge Christie. She ordered Tammy to a show cause hearing before the other people even answered to what Tammy stuck up in their face a whole bunch of times or whatever. And so she ordered Tammy to a show cause hearing. And so she's getting sued for not only violating the consent form, but for also answering for her fellow, answering for her fellow. And we did a video, and we're doing one tonight, and we have another one tomorrow. We're going to look up Miss Jones and see what kind of person she is and how many properties she owns. Because here's the thing: none of these people have immunity because they're jamming you up in administrative hearing. They don't have immunity. None of them. Not even on a federal level. They have no immunity when they drag your happy ass in their administrative hearing and they make you operate from the local rules that they made up themselves to help take your shit faster. So, I'm just saying. Yeah, it's a hot mess, Tammy. But you know what? The asses could. I don't know. I'm thinking. I'm not in charge of this. I'm just over here helping the legal team put together what we need to keep the ass at the gate. But I'm thinking they could work out something with you. I don't know. I'm thinking because see, here's the thing. They don't have 100 million, so I'm thinking we're gonna need to put a lien on the county recorder's office, or you're in Shelby County. I just noticed that from looking at your paperwork. You're in Shelby County, Tennessee. Oh, it's some nasty stuff going on. The property, Darren Woods has uncovered some stuff going on with the property tax situation, and like 400 homes got sold, and that was, Shelby County. That's well, they could come to the table and try to work out something if they want to, but that's not how I roll, and I don't. The legal team that you got working for you, we don't have any like motions to dismiss, Oh, they're gonna have to go sit the hell down over there. Now I got some other great news too. So the demand to strike that I put together, addressing the foreign agent registration stuff and the lack of that, and So a young lady, Julie, used that in Arizona, I believe, in a judicial foreclosure, and the court recused himself. Bam! One document, and the court recused himself. Now, we weren't happy with that. Well, I wasn't. So, and I told her she need to object to that shit and demand that they dismiss that shit with prejudice. Or wait, no. I think I need to get my deed delivered, because without your deed delivered, then they can come back and keep on messing with you. So, but at least get it dismissed with prejudice before you finish suing them. Because I don't know. They dismiss it, but they don't think that you're going to follow through and sue them. I don't know what these people are thinking. They ain't used to getting punched in the face for real, so they ain't used to getting punched in the face with the real deal for real. Welcome to the show, Heather. And Sue, welcome to the show. Sue's been in my program a long time ago when we first started figuring out how to do the non-judicial stuff, and she was in Texas. Oh yeah, Tammy. I didn't even all of the people that and the reason why I'm here is because Tammy forced them to give her judgment with an attorney in her face the whole way. That's pretty impressive. I'm just saying. And then the judge took the rest of her money and gave it to the attorney using some shitty ass statute. Like that was, oh wait, number one rule, statutes and codes are not valid laws. But they don't have enacting clauses, titles, or bodies. Uh-huh. Okay, so I'm going to do a screen share and share some things. Or at least that's going to be the plan. Maybe I'll get this here thing worked out. Huh? Okay. Okay. No, I don't. Can you guys see my screen? No, that doesn't look right. Okay, so Tammy's lawsuit was filed against defendant Samuel H. Mays Jr. And it was presiding under Annie T. Christoff, and then referring judge is Mark S. Norris. Anyway, just Christoff got herself jammed up for trying to help them, and she actually answered for them. And there's nothing else filed in the case except a notice to remove. Now, they notice to move the case over to federal court. Now, the case was filed on November 13th of 2023, and the notice of removal that that Ms. Jones filed was filed under 28 U.S.C. Section Code 1442, which is a code. So, right there, the fact that it's a code tells us that we don't care about codes, statutes, and codes, and we don't have to do none of whatever, because they're not a valid law. Statutes and codes are not a valid law. Now, it says they're a policy or whatever, but see, here's the thing. So, statutes and codes are not a valid law. When you come with a code, that's less of the normal non-valid law. Oh, I didn't know how to break that down. But that's what she's bringing to the table, Tammy, to try. And so, number one, and you need to put this in the demand to strike that we talked about. Number one, the 30 days, they can only move a case within the first 30 days. After that, they can't move a case. So that's it. Number two, the statute that she's trying to that she's trying to use to move cases is total BS. Okay, it's not. It's lower than the code. But they put all these numbers on it, and they bring this other person over here with this long name that everybody's supposed to be scared of, and she bring the same shit everybody else is bringing to the table. Oh, imagine that. So, she is also sharing liability. Yep, and this is well, you know, this is my therapy for what to put my girlfriend and my wife and family through. Yeah. Thank you, Sue. Hornbrook, California. What's up, Mr. Ralph? Welcome to the show tonight. So you guys, people get nervous when they call these other people in to help them when you're smacking these people in the face, and you know, okay, so it's like this. They're not going to provide a fact of findings or conclusions of law, so you know they're on some bullshit. I'm just saying they're on some crapola if they're not going to do none of that. And well, they're operating from local rules. So you already know the local rules. They came up, they pulled them out of their hat. Okay, clean that up. Yeah, and they don't have an injured party. Oh wait, the judge is getting paid by the same corporation that stole your deed, that lied to you to get your deed registered in their office. Um. Well, we already talked about that. Well, inmates run by separate laws. They have separate laws for inmates, and when they have you locked up, they can do whatever they want to you. So, uh, um, I don't know about what class tomorrow that you're talking about, hon, but you can certainly talk to me about this in the coaching group. That's where I handle this kind of thing. So yeah, we wanted to give you guys a rundown on where we're at, and so uh, we're going to make some adjustments for the new person. And we already said there ain't no reason to not add that person to the list because we don't believe in no fake shit. So everybody that shows up to help them kick our ass and throw our shit out, or in Tammy's case, take her money again, okay? Because she was only going, she got $987,000 the last time. That was what was left that they gave to the rest of the attorney. So now she still has them on the hook for that situation. And then Judge Christie's on the hook for this situation. And so, yeah. No, Joe, I don't do this kind of shit. Okay, I don't. I chose to help. Uh, I chose to help Tammy because I think there was someone in a higher power that yeah. But no. Tammy already got her judgment. Okay, so that's so don't no. You're wasting my time, man. No, not a possibility. Tammy already got her judgment. She got her judgment, and then they took it from her. So that's a big difference from the rest of you guys. But even if it was, I probably wouldn't because this. Now you can get in the program and learn how to do this shit yourself. That's the situation. That the other option that you have for the situation. So no, that's fine, Joe. I'm not taking it personal. I'm just no, it's not a possibility, but no, I'm just shutting the door here so I don't start getting a bunch of emails from everybody else asking me to do the same thing I'm helping with Tammy with. No, that's not how this is. Now this works. Yo lo siento, but the answer is no. And this is school. If I did that, I would only and I got some people helping me out too, and somebody running the website. Thank you, Humera, for all the work that you do. But no, you can learn how to do this yourself. That's what this school is about. In Tammy's case, she was at the end of the road. And she needed a little firepower. Yeah, she'd already paid her attorney. She paid everybody, attorney, inflated court fees, and everything. And then they gave the rest of her money away. So she got nothing. So, no, I don't. I haven't talked to nobody else in that situation. And if you were not, I don't know if I would help you or not. So that's not what the program is. The program now is getting the new online course up and running. That's going to teach you, property ownership and legal protection of your property. And so that, includes like your kids and stuff too, protecting them from the prosecutors or the police department or, but that's the second course. Yeah, we're moving along. All right, guys, thank you for the value of sharing your time. And Tammy, I don't know. I think that I would just go ahead and add these things that we talked about tonight to the demand to strike to the front of it, and add them to your program, and go ahead and jam her up. And I should have the video finished tomorrow, so I'll send that video over to you, and you can send it over to Channel 5 because they're already sniffing around. What you need to tell Channel 5, Tammy, is that the same legal coach that's helping you with this was the one that helped Darren Woods uncover that mess over there with the property tax situation. All right? And have them call Netflix before they call me. Okay. We're a boss. Welcome. What are some of the biggest that you won this year? I haven't won shit, man. I haven't filed any lawsuits. I'm about to. Well, I take that back. I have filed one against the police, but I haven't served everybody because I just let their ass sit over there while I'm busy helping Tammy, and my wife's getting ready to file hers. And then I got a foster kid who placed a marriage dissolution on the public record, and then Joshua Matthews, a divorce attorney, and Catherine Thiessen from the divorce court in Lawrence decided to drag my kid in there anyway, even though the marriage had already been dissolved 3 months prior. And so they kind of getting a little bit of a beat down now, and we about to file this penance against the property that the judge, well, I just say the judge owns. People tell me, the LLC owns it. That's bullshit. I can sue LLC because LLC needs somebody to sign, and I'm suing who signed. But you know what, though? Now, that's not all we're doing. We're also going to sue for the corporate charter. So either way, my foot's going to be somebody's foot's going to be in the door. Yep. And so we went down and checked it out, and the building, it said on the internet it has 39 residents, and I went down and checked it out, and it was a retail office rental space for a bunch of attorneys. So that'll be kind of fun to have my foster kid. So we're going to put a lien against the building and against all of her other assets. As long as and we also recused the judge, and we ordered the chief judge on the state court to. Now we're going to go ahead and move it over to federal court at some point in time, but right now we're just, and I've done this in 2017, and I didn't know quite what I know now, so it's not going to be I don't think it's going to be a problem, but I know for some reason they don't like dealing with me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I enjoy making them. Sometimes people think I get too silly or whatever, or they get mad, and that's all right. A 90 stay. I didn't know what you're talking about, Heather. So I don't. I'm pretty sure you don't know what I know. So yeah, I don't have any cases that I won. If you want to see how things go with my stuff, I would suggest that you go to my YouTube channel and search out the not the instructional video play. That's what I'm used to saying. My review list. I have a review list for the videos that people send in. So the review video playlist, you can search that up and take a look at what people have to say. So no, I don't win any cases, man. I'm a teacher. I teach people how to do stuff. So I don't win. You can talk to other people and ask them. You know, right now Tammy's still with her foot in the door, and she got a lawsuit, and we kind of all over the place. But that's what we got to do to keep up with their fraud. So, and our goal is just to keep their ass and not to let them move. Oh, right now, unless they just want to pay us, because we're not going to go along with their fake crap. So, yeah, I don't know how to answer your question. I don't really keep. I do have a head count on some judges, but like maybe 7 that I'm aware of. Like personally, that so. You're welcome. Oh, Tammy. Also, you know, I was doing some research and looking at that document that they filed against my actually, it was a journal entry. There's no petition filed in the divorce court proceedings against my son. It's just a journal entry. And I was looking at it and it had a thing on it that said PII, complaint. So I started looking at that, trying to figure out what is that. So PII, personal identifiable information. Well, there's also SPII, sensitive personal identifiable information. Now, my son works in computer security or whatever, and I knew about HIPAA and stuff, but this is actually higher on the list for security than that. Why am I talking about this crazy shit? Oh, when you start telling them, Tammy, I'd call them up. And I'd tell them, look, my legal team said that you guys violated me by posting my sensitive personal identifiable information on the public record. Oh, what am I talking about? Look that shit up. I looked it up. Email address, or your account information, your payment history, your freaking social security number. I'm like, whoa. Oh, I think we got a new lawsuit in the making here, a new lawsuit package in the making here. Because now you're specifically talking about this stuff so when you go in with this as a situation, and you have this and this and this to prove, there's no arguing. It's straight to the settlement conference. Yeah, well, y'all been getting called to a conference, but it's not a settlement. It's a screwing conference to screw you over and try to figure out how they can violate you and get you shut down. Yep. You guys should check that out. Sensitive personal identifiable information. I think that's what the next lawsuit situation is going to be about. Boy, that just makes it real simple. Yeah, I know about the UCC, but I don't spend. I have mentioned it in a few places in some of my lawsuit packages, but I don't spend. I don't spend. The only administrative process that I find value in is that passport application situation and getting yourself diplomatic immunity by completing that passport and verifying that you're not a U.S. citizen, and then you have that card. And you seen the police stop. You give them now, I got that stinking card, man. Yeah, I knew they'd come back to ask me for some more shit. It's pretty badass. That's the only administrative process that I found any value in, because the rest of that stuff you don't get nothing. This you get it like a driver license, and you're able to stick it in their face, and that's what they take back to the table. Hey guys, thank you guys for the value of sharing your time. Check out my video tomorrow. We're gonna jam up, and we're going to do. We've done a little investigation into Miss Jones, so we're gonna learn a little more about her and how she rolls, and see how she liked the situation that she got herself stuck in to help these people. See you guys later. Bam.